So if you're just tuning in, I'm sitting in my most recent acquisition. This is a house, it's in Gardena, 2-bed, 1-bath home. It's going through a renovation. Most of the work is being done by myself. And before I get going on laying this tile today and sweating my ass off, I wanted to show you guys the house and talk to you a little bit about it. So again, I acquired this home almost a year ago. It took me quite some time to deal with a squatter. She was in here with a couple kids. It was a big ordeal. We both had attorneys involved. She eventually left on her own accord. I found out that the house was sitting empty, so I gained access, took possession, notified her that if she came back, she would be trespassed and I'd press charges. That was the last I heard of it. Unfortunately, that took about $6,000 and like 5 or 6 months. It was just a long, drawn out process and it was pretty frustrating. So I'm sitting in the only bathroom in this home. This is a 2-bed, 1-bath home, about 850 square feet. This bathroom is 5'8". I'm doing most of the work myself, which is like kind of killing me. I'm wearing a back brace. It sucks. It's hot, it's humid. I'm hurting. As far as the walls go, I got them prepped, but I decided it's beyond my scope of expertise to do this tile and float the walls, so I hired a professional. Although I did most of the work. I set the tub, I did some framework, replaced the subfloor, laid the hardy backer down, and I'm going to tile the floor right now. But things are coming along. I'm getting ready to conclude the construction part of this home. A buddy of mine's about to show up real soon, and we're gonna talk about central heating and AC. We're gonna order a unit next week, and hopefully he's gonna help me get this thing installed. So he's gonna show up, take some measurements, and determine what kind of unit is needed in order to cool down and be the most efficient for this size of house. For those of you who don't know, that involves calculations, room height, insulation, size of rooms, how many ducts. There's definitely some math involved, and I don't know any of that, which is why I got my buddy here. He's gonna be showing up soon. He was in HVAC for a few years. But let me show you the rest of the house, because me sitting on the bathtub is kind of anticlimactic. So let's go. Probably one of the nicest and coolest features of the home is this little butcher block countertop. Not the butcher block itself, but the cabinet, the upper. There used to be a refrigerator here. I'm gonna show you the rest of the kitchen. There used to be a fridge here. This wall used to extend about this far. It was just bad placement for the refrigerator because you're cooking and preparing over here. And we decided to remove this, have it set up as a space for coffee or snacks. And it works perfectly. We actually had to modify this lower cabinet in order to get it flush with the wall, because most cabinets are 24 inches, and I believe I made this cabinet, let's say 20, 18 or 20. And then I also modified a piece of butcher block in order to get this reveal this thick to match the reveal of the other counters. But yeah, I think it's looking great. The kitchen itself is not finished. I gotta install some crown molding. I gotta clean up everything, slow close drawers. I actually had to modify the drawers because the drawers, once we had the cabinet in, were not closing correctly because they were too deep. So I had to shorten these 2 drawers. But I'll show you the rest of the kitchen. This is just one of the features I like because it's the first thing you see when you walk into the house. Let's talk about the sink for a second. So this is an apron sink. It is about 2 inches proud of the cabinets, which gives me about a 3/4 inch reveal from the stone. The stone is a quartzite. I sourced this on OfferUp or Craigslist for like $250, $350. The guy had an extra piece. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for that coffee area, so that's why we went with the butcher block. But quartzite is phenomenal. We went with a smaller sink in order to capitalize on the small counter space. So the counter space only goes from there to here, and it's just not very efficient when it comes to cooking and preparing. So we downsized on the sink in order to give you more workable space on the counter. The stove actually used to be over there. And I think it's a good fitment here. You have your stove, sink, and fridge. Dishwasher. This entire kitchen got reconfigured. The stove was over there. It was very claustrophobic. This is an eat-in kitchen. French door with an ice maker. Counter depth in order to accommodate that small space. This kitchen used to be pretty claustrophobic, and there was only a small access to get into the living room. We decided to install a beam, open this up. We improved the functionality of this room tenfold because the house is so small. You just needed that extra space where it just flows into the living room itself. I like it. You can keep an eye on your kids if you have kids, or you can still engage with guests. So this is where you're gonna have your dining space once it's finished. Washer dryer, stackable washer dryer. I actually built this cabinet myself. You have a space right here for brooms, mops, cleaning material, and then I built this right here for towels or miscellaneous cleaners or items. So it's kind of nice. This used to be a laundry room. So we were actually standing in a room with a couple walls here. Again, it was claustrophobic. Decided to open it up to give the kitchen a larger feel. I think it looks great. Came out pretty phenomenal. And everything matches. Slow close doors. Hardware matches the other cabinetry. It's pretty cool. I like it. The exhaust vents down underneath the house and exhaust near this back door. Gas line. We flow into the living room. Washer and dryer already on site. Just need to get them set up. And let's show you the bedrooms, which not much going on. Bedroom 1, which is the larger bedroom, actually being utilized as my workspace with all my tools. I have to cut some tile today, so I'm gonna set this up inside so I don't disrupt or annoy my neighbors. And bedroom number 2, which is a smaller bedroom. Again, just being utilized as a workspace. Not much going on in here. The back door is going to be replaced with a window because this is the smaller of the 2 bedrooms, and you probably are gonna have your kids in here and you don't want your kids having access to the outside without you knowing it. So we're gonna eliminate that back door and install a window. Let me show you guys in the attic. So the attic is just pretty dirty. It looks like they had it set up for their kids to play and do whatever they wanted to do up there. I gotta clean it out. We're gonna drywall it, or not drywall it, clean it out, build a platform, set heating and air conditioning in, and call it a day. There used to be a wall heater right here, which was eliminated. And you can see the gas line running straight up and over to accommodate the heating unit that's gonna go in the crawl space. So that's an update. I'm gonna get going on this tile floor and let's see how much I get done today. Thanks.